I'm here to show you how diabetics can enjoy pasta guilt-free with these 3 delicious and diabetic-friendly recipes. Go ahead and get started by grabbing that cream cheese. Now, y'all can see that I am not a fancy pants. I love shopping at my Walmart. Yes, that is the Great Value cream cheese. I mean, if you want to use the fancy pants brand, you go right ahead, but I like to save me a couple of pennies. We are using 2 ounces of this cream cheese in our recipe. You can kind of see that I just use the knife and cut it. Obviously, my tearing skills need a little bit of work, and also my unwrapping skills need a huge amount of work. But we're going to go ahead and place it in our bowl. Now, remember, cream cheese is at 100 calories and 1.6 grams of carbs. You can see that the cream cheese I used was a little bit softened because we are going to use our hand mixer. Now, I'm trying to throw away some stuff over here. We are going to now add our 2 eggs to this. This is it, gang. This is all we need. Remember, 1 egg has 77 calories, 1.2 grams of carbs per serving. I don't have a special technique for cracking eggs. You can see that. Okay, so we have our hand mixer. Yes, I made a little bit of a mess. You can see I am not perfect. And we are going to go ahead and mix this for approximately 2 to 3 minutes. I want y'all to make sure that the entire mixture is blended very well. Where this recipe comes from, it comes from Instagram posts. It comes from TikTok. I really don't play on either of those platforms, but I've been told about it. So I was like, let me try this. It is delicious. So please definitely do this. And while you're here, go ahead and subscribe while watching me, do a little bit of a hand mixer thing if you love those low carb recipes. Again, about 2 to 3 extra minutes, we're going to beat this. And I just kind of want to give y'all a little scoop that a half a cup of regular pasta is about 21 grams of carbs. This recipe saves us so much. And of course, I always tell you, you can add anything you want to this. So if you want to add something spicy and make a spicy pasta, go ahead. I'm kind of a plain Jane girl because that's how I like to try things. But I want you to be you, boo. You be you, boo. You could be you in my kitchen. So here's where the magic happens. You're going to grab some of that parchment paper. Now, you can kind of see I'm a little bit on the struggle bus right here, putting it in there. Go ahead and pour your egg mixture in there. And I did forget to grab my spatula, so make sure you have a spatula handy. And I kind of keep it simple. I'm just moving it around to make sure the egg mixture gets to the edges. I'm kind of manipulating the parchment paper. You see me running to the other side of the kitchen to grab my spatula. The egg mixture is making a huge amount of mess. But the real truth here, gang, is you just want to have it in a super duper thin layer so that it bakes evenly. And I did not mix mine as long as I should have. So make sure if you need to go 3 to 4 minutes, that's perfectly okay. And now we go to the oven. Follow me to the oven where you're going to cook it for 5 to 10 minutes at 325 degrees. First things first, grab that sharp knife and cut away the brown edges. And I don't have a specific technique for this. I wish I did. All I tell folks is we're home chefs. Just cut it away, move it over to the side. Sometimes things aren't beautiful, and that's okay. Really, the point is we kind of want to get the brown off of there so we can start cutting our amazing noodles. As you can see, I don't have a trash can or anything really cool, so we're just gonna move it to the side. The point is you're gonna take that sharp knife and start cutting your noodles. You can go any way, friends. You can go from the bottom to the top, from side to side. I'm going side to side. I'm going all over the place, but look, there's your noodle. That's our low carb noodles. Now, ideally you want to have a bowl. You can see that I kind of forgot to grab a bowl to throw these noodles in. And you're going to want to cut as thin or as thick as possible. And you're going to throw it in that bowl. You're going to serve it. And of course, I'm sure you're asking, what kind of sauce to put on there. Well, you better subscribe to this channel because my next video will be the sauce that is amazing and that's going to burn fat, and it's coming up for you in a week. And if this video is old, then just kind of search on the channel. But gang, if you love this recipe, if you love a lot of low carb and laughter and humor, please subscribe to my channel. Much love. Bye-bye. Okay, gang, I love these meatballs. I found them over at the Kroger. I'm sure they're at Walmart and Albertsons. They're an Italian style meatball, but they are crazy gluten-free. Now I'm adding about, I don't know, I think it's about a half cup of water to my saucepan over medium heat. Don't worry, it will cook off. It's not gonna make your sauce runny or disgusting. And we're gonna add our meatballs one by one to our pan. Y'all, this is so good. These meatballs are gluten-free. Now you notice these guys are raw, right? So we're gonna have to cook this a little bit longer, probably in about that 20-minute time range. Now there's a couple of pre-cooked meatballs you could do that are gluten-free, that are diabetic friendly, because remember, a lot of times when they do add gluten, it's wheat, it's gonna increase the carbs. So do a double check of that carb count. I do believe that Cooked Perfect has some gluten-free meatballs that are absolutely scrumptiously delicious that you can find in your freezer section. But please, gang, do me a favor and look at that nutrition label, because you don't want to boo-boo on your carbs with these meatballs. So now that these are all in there, you can see I made a huge mistake and I forgot to grab the lid. So I'm like Goldilocks over here digging for some lids that'll fit. Is that one a little too big? Let me find one that's a little small. Well, you know, I'm still looking. Well, gang, just put a lid on there because I don't want that water to splash around, and we want it to cook, again, 20 minutes. Okay, those meatballs are no longer pink, and it is absolutely time to add the magic sauce, which is our Rayo's. Half a cup coming in at 6 grams of carbs and 1 gram of fiber. Gang, it's so important to look at those labels, and I'm here to tell you that this Rayo's doesn't taste like that Walden Farms garbage that we were taught to eat in the 1980s. And you see that I am lowering my heat. It's bubbling. I don't know why, because I'm wearing a black shirt, so it's not like it's gonna matter. You're gonna put that jar to the side. And then here's our other magic, which is our goat cheese. But I'm really panicking because I think my black shirt's gonna get some sauce. So let me find that lid. Oh, this is the secret ingredient that's gonna turn this into a fat burning pasta sauce. And it is our goat cheese. Ladies and gentlemen, this is 8 ounces of goat cheese. I'm really only asking that you use 4, but wait a minute. I'm trying to find out how to open it. Do I use the scissors? I know y'all have been through this, so let me know sometimes if you get confused on opening up these packages of cheese. Comment below, confused, just to mess up the YouTube algorithm. But goat cheese we love. On a serious note, goat cheese has MCT in it. And what happens is it helps give us the feeling of fullness. So goat cheese does an amazing job of keeping us full, and it's an easy digested cheese because it does come from the goat. And we have to remember the fat in this cheese, the protein in this cheese, it is the combination that gives us the feeling of fullness. And they find that goat cheese has this more than our cow's cheese. Now, you can see I'm in a little situation. It kind of turned into a hot mess that I'm using the knife. So I'm going to go and get a butter knife. Okay, yeah, using the butter knife's not, it's not really helping. Look, gang, I'm a messy cook. I tell folks the messiest kitchens are the best kitchens, but I have to get back to the fat burning potential of this goat cheese. MCT, those medium chain triglycerides, there's so much wonderful things in our body, and everybody thinks of MCT as in coconut. I want you to get that out of your head. I want you to add goat cheese to your diet. It's absolutely delicious. It is such an amazing neutral flavor. It really goes great in both savory and sweet dishes. All I'm doing is I'm really kind of just cutting it very messily with my butter knife. We're adding it in there. We're going to put the lid back on, and we're going to cook it for about 10 minutes on low heat. I am so excited. It's time to serve this delicious fat burning sauce. Look at it bubbling, y'all. I want to let y'all know when I was cooking this and Snapped was on in the background, one of my favorite shows. So I'm just serving this over my egg noodles. I'll link below that recipe. I made it last week for you all with only 2 ingredients. Not those disgusting zucchini noodles. You know how much I despise those. And look at that. If you want more low-carb recipes with lots of laughter, be sure to subscribe to our channel. If you love this recipe, give it a like. Thanks, gang. Grab your pen and paper. You're going to want to put these ingredients on your shopping list. We have our Italian dressing. I'm using Kim's. Just be sure to check the label to look at that sugar and carb count. We have cottage cheese, which we'll learn is one of our secret weight loss weapons in a little bit. We have our palmini, which is going to be our noodle, which is hard to palm at 4 grams of carbs.
mozzarella cheese. And check this out, gang. So we have Rao's and we have Prego. And so what I'm doing is comparing the labels, and Rayo has 5 grams of net carbs, and Prego has our 7 grams of net carbs. And then I kind of look at calories, and then I look a little bit at price, and I'm going to see a little bit which one I decided to pick. I'll go ahead and put that final ingredient, which is our 90-10 ground meat in our sauce pan. I get a lot of questions about ground meat, and I'm still to this day, I am a 90-10 girl. If I see 93.7, it's kind of hard to find lately. I'll use that. You could use turkey, you could use chicken, and folks are very concerned about what meat to use. And, where are my manners? Hello. If you're new here, welcome, or welcome back to my channel. I'm Dietitian Shelly. During the day, I work in a private practice clinic in the great state of Louisiana. I work with diabetics, pre-diabetics, those with PCOS, those looking to lose weight. I also post videos on this YouTube channel related to the same: diabetes, pre-diabetes, insulin resistance, hormone imbalance. If you're that person who wants to lower your blood sugars, take control of your weight, balance out your hormones, you are going to want to subscribe to this channel. I would love to have you along in the family so that you can learn how to eat yummy foods, learn some easy tips that won't break the bank. So please subscribe. I would love to have you be part of this family. You're going to see how I'm going to add, I'm draining the palmini noodles first. You don't see it. I'm kind of doing it while this meat is getting brown. Okay, so because we want to brown down our meat. You also are not going to see me drain this meat, but I want you to do that. I give it a little rinsey rinse. And da 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 da. I chose the Prego. The reason I chose the Prego is because I love Rayo's. I will tell you, I love Rayo's. I'm just not loving the price right now. I know a lot of us are penny pinching. I want you to feel okay. Not buying the most expensive item, but still buying an item that's okay. So please don't feel guilty about that. We're going to pour in about a 1/4 cup of the Italian dressing. This adds a really nice zing, a really nice zang. And I like that. Stir in your palmini, and you're going to see that I'm putting it on low. Yes, there's my face, there's my hair. Woo, yay. That's what I look like, on normal days. Not all made up. It's okay. And we're adding that weight loss weapon, a cup of our cottage cheese. Okay, so let's talk about this. So how is cottage cheese a weight loss winner? Well, easy, loaded with protein. Cottage cheese is a great source of protein. And to say it in scientific terms, it promotes satiety. To say it in normal words, satiety is the feeling of fullness. So in other words, this is going to fill you up without filling you out, without having you reach for other items. Now, the really cool thing about fat burning is cottage cheese is very low on the glycemic index scale. Now, there's a little bit of discrepancy. Some places I'll see it's 10, some places I'll see it's 15, but the lower glycemic index foods will produce less blood glucose and insulin, which will avoid us creating body fat. So we always want to reach for low glycemic foods. We're going to stir that together. We're going to sprinkle this with some cheese. We're going to let it sit. Y'all, this dinner is amazing. It can help reverse pre-diabetes because it's all low glycemic. Cook this now. Go in the description box and get the recipe, subscribe to this channel, and gang, much love.